Good morning, everybody. This is Keith Allison with Retriever Ridge Kennels. Today I'm going to give you an explanation of one of the drills that's in our basics program, and it's called pile work, P-I-L-E. So this drill is one that comes after obedience training, e-collar conditioning, and force fetch. So then we begin pile work after those three tasks are done. So pile work is basically where we take big white bumpers like this one. This is a 3-inch Avery. It's very visible. We want it to be on cut grass, just like what you see here. This is mowed, it's easy to see. This bumper is going to stand out like a flashlight basically on that cut grass for that dog to see. This is not a blind retrieve. This is basically a drill that we're going to do to teach a dog to leave our side on the back command, and we're going to build momentum in that dog and confidence in that dog in leaving our side on the back command, which is really not a natural thing for them to do. This is not something that they saw fall, although we are going to throw a bumper to the pile to identify it at the beginning. After that, the bumpers are just laying there, so there's not anything for them to see fall and for them to go get in terms of prey drive and chase and that sort of thing. So in the beginning, we'll start out with just maybe a few bumpers. Might start out with just 3 and then build up to say 7 or so. You can put as many as you want. I prefer to use about 7 because that forces me to give the dog a break and to put more bumpers back out on the pile, and it reestablishes the pile visually to the dog, which helps them a little bit more with their confidence when they're learning this. But we start out with just identifying that pile, sending them on the back command, having them come back to our side, deliver it properly, come to heel, bring it to us, hold it, don't drop it, don't spit it out, don't chew it, don't play with it, and let us take it when we tell them drop. And then we'll go from that, leaving from our side, to having the dog sit out in front of us, what we call remote sit, and we'll begin to educate them on even casting right hand back, left hand back to that pile. And then once they get to where they can cast to that pile good, then we're going to use a little bit of e-collar pressure and put just a little bit of force on them, where it establishes a tool that we're going to use later on in the double T and the swim by drill, which are the next steps after this pile work that we're going to do. So once we get through force to the pile, then we'll start to teach them to sit to the pile. I prefer to teach them to sit coming back from the pile because it's a lot easier once they have a bumper in their mouth to get them to stop. Whereas going away, going away from you, they're going to have a lot more trouble stopping because their whole life we've allowed them to just go, 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 go. So now we're having to flip a lot of toggle switches in their head to get them to stop now. And it doesn't make sense to them at the beginning. So we'll ask them to stop en route coming back verbally in the beginning. Once they get it good verbally, then we'll add a whistle sit in there. Once the whistle sit is real good, then we'll send them either from our side or a remote cast and stop them about halfway between where we are and where the bumpers are, and begin to stop and cast. So they're having to stop on the whistle and take a cast, stop on the whistle and take a cast. And once that's good, then we'll do what we call a come-in drill, where we'll stop them en route to that pile, and we're going to take a bumper and throw it between us and them and give them a little tweet, 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 a little hand gesture like this to come into us, because now we've got them going back, going back, and going back. We may need them at some point to come in a little bit when we start running blind retrieves, because once they get to where they're running blinds down the road, they may overrun where the actual bird or the bumper is, and we need them to come back in some. So we need a tool that allows us to steer the dog back into us. So that little come-in drill is where we'll just throw a bumper on the ground in front of the dog and give it a little tweet, 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 and a little body language like this to come in, pick up the bumper, and then bring it back to us. So once we get through lining to the pile, casting to the pile, force to the pile, and the come-in drill, then we're pretty much done with pile work. And then we'll move on to other stages of training. But that's a small explanation of pile work and what it is. Hope it clears things up for you a little bit more, and good luck with your training.